What's going on, investors? My name is Dayo. Welcome to Frunkla Investment, where we talk about Bionano Genomics stock every day. At least I post one video. So today I'm going to be starting with Alzheimer because somebody just make a very interesting post from Bionano Genomics board member. So I would like to talk about this before I dive into what happened with BNGO stock today. So for those of you that have no idea what Alzheimer's is, Alzheimer's is a type of dementia that affects memory, thinking, and behavior. It's more or less like an eraser that erases the memory. Okay, it affects most of the time. It affects adults more than it affects younger people. So whenever it affects adults, what they just do is they forget about for example, the name of their partner, the name of their family member, and so on and so forth. So yeah, so Alzheimer is a very horrible disease, and unfortunately, there seems to not be a cure for this disease right now. Okay, there seems to be no cure for this. Why am I talking about Alzheimer's? Hannah Mamushka, she is one of the she's a director at Bionano Genomics, and she's one of the board members of Bionano Genomics. She has an incredible CV. You guys can see a CV right here. I mean I don't even need to talk about her. So she's a very smart person. So she went on LinkedIn and she shared a post titled "The Bigger Problem with Adu Helm. We don't know who has Alzheimer's disease." So now she continues, she was talking about the United States of America and how where's the name of Aduhem? Aduhem is a company, a pharmaceutical company, and they have managed to develop some kind of medicine that can cure Alzheimer. But according to what Hannah is saying, that medicine is more or less, contributing, increasing the risk of Alzheimer, or causing more damage than cure. So that is what the post is all about. I think I'm going to put the link below. So if you are interested in this topic, Alzheimer, you can easily go down below and you can read this post by yourself and you can find more information about this. She spoke about the side effect of the cure that Aduhem has developed, and the problem that she sees. But I see a bigger problem, the bigger problem that she sees, and of course, how much it's going to cost the United States government in the long run. If you go to the bottom of the page, you can easily see she said, which could cost the US healthcare system more than 400 billion US dollars in the meantime. And of course, she spoke about the side effect. Why am I talking about this? Because I believe, you guys might be interested, because, we are all humans. At one point, we are going to get old, and we would love to still remember our partner, the name of our partner, for example, or the name of our family member. So yeah, so that's all about Alzheimer from Hannah Mamushka. She is one of the board members of Bionano Genomics, a very smart lady. Check her out. All right, guys. So what's happened today? Today I'm going to talk about, first I'm going to talk about how to turn, like I already made a video about this topic, how to turn 10,000 US dollars into $1 million US dollars. Okay, using the example of Illumina, because now is the best time to talk about it. And I believe one video is not enough to talk about this. Okay, how to turn a 10,000 US dollars into $1 million US dollars. I believe most of you guys are, of course, also interested to find out how to do it. So before I go further, I would like to talk about if it is still possible to buy BNGO, if it is too late to put your money into Bionano Genomics stock or not. Okay, because right now the stock is trading at $8 US level. I mean, at one point it was 4 point something US dollars, and most of us, were too afraid to even buy it because it has been going down for months. So most of us were scared to put money into BNGO. So I would like to also touch this topic, but the best way to touch it is to take a look at the monthly fold article that somebody wrote on the monthly fold. This article is bullish BNGO. It was written by Son, ZU and Son. The title says, of course, is it too late to buy Bionano Genomics stock? And it continues. Over the past 6 months, shares of Bionano Genomics have risen by a stunning 1,570%. Of course, he is right. I still have positions that are way above 1000% right now that I didn't close so far. When Bionano Genomics was trading around that 15 US dollars, some of my positions were up. I can't really remember. They were up more than 2500%. Okay. So if you are invested, if you bought BNGO when it was around that cent, when it was below 1 US dollars, I believe your positions for sure right now are up more than 1000%. Okay. And if you would like to turn 10,000 US dollars into, let's say, a million US dollars, that means we are talking about thousands of percent in gains. Okay. That means we have to hold onto our position. Of course, I'm going to explain to you in the technical part of this video how to, average into BNGO safely. I speak about this every day, but I believe most of us still have no idea how to average into BNGO safely. So let's dive into it. Now, that spike was driven mainly by the 10.3 million member Wall Street community on Reddit. That is the same thing these people are still talking about, that the spike in BNGO was driven by Wall Street bet. But of course, it is not. I'm going to keep disputing it. It's not. So through a coordinated buying campaign, traders on subreddit created a short squeeze, forcing many of the large investors who had been betting against the company to buy the stock, blah, 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 blah. The same story these guys are writing. And of course, it's false. So a sizable portion of short sellers remain underrated by this, undeterred by this. About 13% of the company's shares are still sold short. I believe that is more than 30% right now. I think it's around 22% right now. But is Bionano Genomics rise a temporary aberration, or is this a genuinely undervalued biotechnology that can add muscle to investors' portfolios? So now let's continue. What's so exciting about Bionano? Bionano is known for its cytogenetic testing device, the Sapphire system, which can detect large structural deficiencies within a cell's nucleus for disease diagnosis through genome mapping. Oh, this guy is trying to use some grammar. Bionano Genomics Sapphire can detect structural variations in human genomes, for example, or plants or animal genomes. More than Bionano Genomics is starts from how should I even say it? Bionano Genomics is performing better, right from 500 base pair above to millions of base pairs. Okay, I can't really remember the name. God. So unlike Pacific Bioscience of California, for example, PacBio, which of course is in between 500 base pair to like 10,000, 15,000 base pairs, and Illumina is from like 1 base pair to like 500 base pair maximum. Okay, so the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, has not yet approved the device for use as a medical diagnostic tool in the US. However, healthcare entities can still use it for research purposes. The lack of FDA approval has also not hindered sales of the Sapphire in other countries. I already spoke about the FDA approval. FDA approval is irrelevant for the sales of Bionano Genomics because a lot of laboratories out there are already adopting the Sapphire device. Okay, so he continues. On February 9, the University Health Network UHN Laboratory Medicine Program LMP in Toronto. Guys, don't forget, I made a video about this on February 9th when the largest university health network in Canada, adopted the Sapphire device. So he continues, announced it would be using the Sapphire on a trial basis to see whether it can improve the facilities detection of cancer abnormalities, as well as reducing complexity and cost. So UHN LMP is the largest hospital diagnostic lab in Canada. Just like I just told you guys, the largest diagnostic lab in Canada is right now using the Sapphire device, processing 25 million tests per year. So this hospital right here processes 25 million tests per year. And you guys should remember, I'm going to quickly do the mathematics for you guys since we are live. So if you are talking about 25 million tests per year, you have to remember that it costs about 400 and where's my calculator? I don't want to make any mistake. It costs about 450 US dollars to analyze a genome. Okay, 450 US dollars. You just have to multiply it by 25 million. Okay, 25 1 2 dang. Guys, that is about 11.2 billion US dollars. 11.2 billion US dollars. Let's say this university, for example, this hospital in Canada, in Toronto, is able to use the Sapphire to analyze about 25 tests per year. That is 11.2 billion US dollars in total revenue for Bionano Genomics. It is not crazy, guys. This is something that is super possible. Don't forget, Bionano Genomics for the till 2023, they are targeting to increase the throughput of the Sapphire device by 14-fold. Okay, so it continues. Recently, researchers compared the use of Sapphire with other cytogenetic analysis tests on a cohort of 85 patients with constitutional diseases stemming from 100 genetic abnormalities. The result was 100% clinical concordance. Okay, so Bionano Genomics Sapphire, has a 100% concordance with other cytogenetics methods. We are talking about, FSHD, we are talking about karyotyping, we are talking about microarray. Sapphire is able to do what these traditional methods are able to do. And of course, it is cheaper, it is faster, it is less labor intense. That is why laboratories are adopting Sapphire. Okay, now he continues. Is there enough demand? During the first quarter of 2021, Bionano sales grew by 179%, okay, year over year to 3.2 million US dollars. That is talking about the total revenue that they made in the first quarter of 2021. Keep in mind, however, that many of its potential customers temporarily shut down their lab operations in early 2020 in response to the spread of COVID-19. All right, I already made a video about this also. Like 4 months ago, I was talking about how the lockdown, if the lockdown is eased, Bionano Genomics will be able to go out there and install their Sapphire, because last year we saw this global, the lockdown forces Bionano Genomics to be unable to go out there and install their Sapphire because most countries closed their border. Like Germany, for example, we couldn't even go to the house doctor, for example, because everything was just shut down. So now we are seeing a little bit ease. We are seeing economic reopening. Economies are now reopening, and now Bionano Genomics is able to go out there and install their Sapphire device. They are able to go out there, with their sales team, to advertise the Sapphire devices to laboratories out there. So, like I told you guys, I made a video like 4 months ago. I calculated how much Bionano Genomics is going to be making once economies reopen. I calculated it. It's somewhere in my channel. I can't really remember right now, so you can easily find it on my channel. Now, if economy is reopening, we will continue to see the increment of Sapphire installation. Okay, so he continued. Compared to the first quarter of 2019, its sales only increased by 77%. So that is actually fairly slow growth for a company at this stage of its life. Now, he continues, the Sapphire is still in the infancy of its commercialization. By the fourth quarter, Bionano expects its installed base of devices to reach just 150 systems. I think this is a very wrong word, not just 150 systems. Bionano Genomics CEO already said he is targeting a minimum. I think their target is 150 systems, okay? But he said at one point that of course, they are going to be targeting more than 150 systems. I think Bionano Genomics is targeting from 150 systems for 2021 to 180 systems. From 150 to 180 systems for 2021. So he continues. In the company most recent quarter operating loss was 12.2 million US dollars. Now, watch for the next step. Let me see how he concluded. Of course, they have about 360 2 million US dollars in cash on balance sheet, and of course that is a very powerful weapon compared to just 38.5 million last year. Guys, take a look at this. From 38.5 million US dollars last year, now they have about 362 million US dollars in cash. That is massive. Okay, that is massive. And I want to tell you guys, somewhere in the technical analysis, hopefully I'm going to remember, I want to tell you guys what I believe Bionano Genomics is going to do next, because right now the stock price is going higher again. I believe they may be planning to raise money, or perhaps they already raised money today. There is a possibility that Bionano Genomics just perform at the market offering, there is a possibility, because in the first quarter of 2021, they raised 14 million US dollars at the market. Okay, I'm not talking about the stock offering, I'm talking about the at the market. So there is a possibility that Bionano Genomics just raised money today. And if I will be right, you guys know I'm going to be on this channel. I'm not going anywhere. So if I am correct, once Bionano Genomics filed their once Bionano Genomics reports their second quarter of 2021, and I see anything that says at the market, guys, I believe there's a chance they raise money today. There is a possibility that's why we saw the stock price go down today. Now let's continue. So he continues, he said, with that much capital, the company could seek a pre-market approval from the FDA or a 510K clearance for the Sapphire system much earlier than anyone had previously expected. Wow. Well, this is something I am not expecting. Okay, this would be shocking. I mean, if Bionano Genomics team just come out with a press release that they have been able to secure FDA approval or 510K clearance for the Sapphire system, guys, BNGO is going to moon. I don't know how else I'm supposed to say this. If Bionano Genomics come out, any moment and just tell us, according to this writer, for example, from the Monthly Fool, according to this writer, he's saying with this much capital that Bionano Genomics may come out and tell us that they have been able to secure FDA approval for the Sapphire device, guys, that would be an amazing news, okay? But of course, like I already said, Sapphire device, FDA approval is not relevant for the installation of the Sapphire device. So let me continue. Plus, it could use the money to scale up the commercialization efforts or invest in improving its device. Okay, this is something that Bionano Genomics is doing right now. Okay, we are talking about research and development, and I believe Bionano Genomics is not spending a lot of money to improve the Sapphire device. According to the 2000 and I think it was the first quarter of this year earnings call, or from the fourth quarter of last year earnings call, somewhere in that earnings call, the chief financial officer Stewart, he said they don't need to spend a lot of money in research and development. Okay, they just need to spend little, because what they are doing, they want to increase the throughput of the Sapphire device by 14-fold, and this is more or less a software thing more than the hardware part. So I believe they are just going to spend money into programming, into software engineers, and so on and so forth. So I don't think they are going to spend a lot of money to improve the Sapphire device. Perhaps after they finally increase the throughput by 14-fold towards the end of 2023, perhaps they may now come up and say, okay, we want to develop another device, talking about the nano nozzle, because now we didn't hear anything about the nano nozzle. During the first quarter earnings call, BNGO management, they didn't say anything about the nano nozzle. And of course, also on Twitter, there is nothing about the nano nozzle. Okay, so maybe in the next 5 years, I don't know, maybe they are going to come up with another Sapphire device. But right now, the only thing they are spending money on in terms of research and development is just the throughput incremental. Okay, so now let's continue. But overall, I would wait to see more progress made on the sales front before I considered opening a stake in this biotech. So according to this guy, it's probably too late for new investors to take advantage of the tailwinds that drove Bionano's recent price run up. I think this guy is absolutely wrong. Okay, I mean, this statement right here, but overall, I would wait to see more progress, blah, 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 blah. This guy is absolutely wrong. BNGO 4 weeks ago was trading at $4 US, 4.30 US dollars 4 weeks ago. If you invested in BNGO 4 weeks ago, your position will be up right now 100%, guys. 100%. If you invest in BNGO 4 weeks ago, so where was this guy 4 weeks ago? Where was he 4 weeks ago to talk about putting money into BNGO? He was nowhere to be found. So now that the stock is up from $4 to $8, he is saying he would wait, because there is no reason for anybody. There's no tailwind, blah, 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 blah. I mean, this guy is absolutely wrong in terms of investment. So that is all I want to share with you guys in this article. So let's move on to the next page. Now, before I continue, I want to make this video as fast as possible, and at the end of this video, I want to talk about I'm going to be answering question, and I'm going to be answering some questions. So the reason why I made this live stream members only is because there is a reason why I made it members only. I believe if you become a member of the page, I believe it's going to increase your, it's going to help you positively, in my opinion. That's why I made it members only. I mean, if you want to comment, that's why I made it members only. It costs about 99 cents to become a member of the channel, okay? But of course, I'm not going to be making it only members only. I mean, from time to time, I'll just be switching over to members only so that, I can focus on the content that I want to share. Now, let's continue. So yesterday, we saw some, institutional investors or retail investor with large pockets. They came in and they buy the dip of BNGO yesterday, $7.68, $8.4 yesterday, just when the market was about to close. And today, just 7 hours ago, we saw somebody bought at $8.99. Okay, 525,761 shares of Bionano Genomics was bought. It cost the buyer about $4.7 million. Guys, now we are seeing large orders of BNGO, large. Even when Bionano Genomics was trading at 15 point something $, it wasn't as huge as this, okay? But now we are seeing big buyers coming on board. And believe me, these guys are not here to joke. I believe they are going to be adding to their position little by little. I'm still going to get to the part of the institutional investor, the ownership of BNGO, and of course the short selling percentage and how much it costs to borrow a stock of BNGO right now, because everything has been going up. Okay, BNGO is now getting a lot of awareness. That's why all of us are here, for example. So now let's continue. So 7 hours ago, another buyer jumped on board and bought at $8.65. This person bought about 247,900 shares of Bionano Genomics, which cost the person about $2.1 million. So this is $4.7 million, almost $5 million right here, and then here $2.1 million. That is about $7 million, guys. So now when the price went down to $7.95, somebody jumped on board again and added to their position and bought 857,741 US, 107,892 shares of Bionano Genomics. While we retail traders are panicking, institutional investors are adding to their position. So now let's take a look at what happened with BNGO today. Why did this stock went down today? But before I continue, please, if you are new on this channel, please subscribe and click on the like button. And of course, click on the notification bell, so whenever I go live or whenever I post a video relating to Bionano Genomics, you will be the first person to receive the notification. So today, BNGO went down like 1.1%. I mean, this is nothing, okay? This is nothing. It's more or less like today was just, it's more or less like Tuesday was removed, from this week. That's how I see it. Now, the volume today dropped, okay, because yesterday the volume was around, I think it was around 80 something million, if I remember correctly. I think it was 85 million shares exchanging and yesterday. So today we see the volume drop to about 50 million, okay, and the average volume was 23 point something yesterday, 23 million, yesterday, and today it has increased to 24.8 million. Like I told you guys yesterday, I believe the average volume is going to be catching up with the normal volume. So we are going to see what's going to happen tomorrow. We'll see what will happen tomorrow. So the market cap is now stable above $2 billion, okay? I told you guys that anything below $2 billion is undervalued, okay? Because when BNGO market cap was $1.5 billion, I was screaming on this channel. And now we are at $2.3 billion, okay? Now, you guys have to remember the earning date is, set to May 13, 2021. You have to remember, of course, there is no final decision from Bionano Genomics yet. We still have to wait till they give us the final decision that the earning was going to be then. So let me quickly see if before I go into the technical analysis part, let me quickly I want to quickly share what is going on with you guys. So this right here, let me just zoom it out a little bit so you can see it clearly. So this right here is the total volume. Okay, you guys can easily see we have been increasing, it has been increasing, and BNGO short volume ratio has increased. Okay, the short volume ratio has increased to 22.27. You guys can easily see it used to be last month it was 16.8, 12. At this level, nobody was interested in BNGO. On April 27th of May, 27th of May, nobody was interested in this thing. You guys can see the short volume ratio was 9.9, and now due to the massive rally that we saw yesterday, 22.27. So what else can I share with you guys in this Fintel information? There is something I saw, but I can't really find it right now. I saw something talking about the borrow. Okay, look at this. The BNGO short borrow rate fee, the rate fee has increased to 2.23. okay, 2.23%. Right here, I know you guys cannot see it. I mean, I also cannot see it. Subscription required, but somebody shared it, and this used to be odd here. They used to be less than 2%. It used to be 1 point something, 1%, 1 point something, 0 point something percent. So now it has increased to 2.23%. It means we are getting a lot of awareness. Now let's take a look at what's happening in terms of institutional ownership. Let's see if somebody filed today. So I don't think anybody filed today, because so far you guys can easily see my color is showing 142 institutional owners of Bionano Genomics so far. There was no filing today because this is June, and I think towards the end of this month we shouldn't see any new filing. In my opinion, we have seen everything so far. Maybe one or two 13F filing, of course, or NP filings, institutional investors filing what they did in the first quarter of 2021. So far there is nothing new in terms of institutional ownership, but of course they are buying every day. Like I showed you guys on this signal right here, they are loading their bag every day. They are adding to their portfolio. So we are going to find out who are all these guys loading their ship, their BNGO ship. So now let's dive into what happened today, technical analysis. Then I can finally answer some question. I can finally make this I can finally, hopefully I'll be able to allow all of you guys to be able to comment again. Now this is what happened with BNGO today, okay, because I left this open, and this is the 5-minute chart. I wanted to see it I wanted to see it refreshing every 5 minutes. That's why I set it to 5 minutes. Now, if you guys take a look at this line, I drew this line, all this resistance right here and this support. I drew it because this is the lower low we saw yesterday. That's why I put this support right here. And this is the higher high. That's why I put this resistance right here. And today, you guys can see that I drew all this before the market opened today. For those of you that were following me. So today we saw the price came down to this support, and we briefly we set a new low, lower than where we, the lows of yesterday, because yesterday immediately the market opened, we just started to went higher, okay? And today we set a little, we broke it a little bit, and then we bounced. You guys can see this candlestick right here. I didn't I was at home today, I would, I've encouraged some of you guys to add to your position at this level, but unfortunately, I was just able to chart. Of course, I made some comments in the chat, in the live stream, but most of you guys were not available, so I don't know if you took advantage of it. So this is what happened today. We went to, we opened with a cap up around this level, around this around $9 level. That's where we opened today, and then we saw a massive sell off, followed again by a trap. This is a bullish trap on the 5-minute chart, okay? This right here is a bullish trap. So then we saw this bullish trapping. A lot of buyers got trapped today. Day traders, of course, because we are long-term investors. So day trader got trapped today here only to watch everything go down. And of course, when the price was around this level, I believe some retail traders panicked again, closing their positions, thinking the price was going to keep going down. And what happened? It's reversed. You guys can see the reversal right here. And we consolidated around this level until the market closed. So now let's take a look at the dailies, because I don't use the 5 minute chart. 5 minutes is too boring to me. So let's take a look at what happened today. So today, this candle right here, we closed red today, but in my opinion, this is not a bearish candlestick, okay? In my opinion, even if after hours it's looking like, we are down like minus 0.60% right now after hours, in my opinion, this is not bearish. Because if you take a look at this moving average right here, this is the 100 daily moving average. And I always tell you guys, moving averages are not easily broken. It's the same thing like here. This 21 days moving average, this yellow line right here, this is the 21 days moving average in the middle of the Bollinger Band. When we got there, when I made that very first video telling you guys that something huge is starting, so you guys can see that we consolidated around that moving average. Then we finally broke it on the 26th of May. That is when we broke it and we got away from it. And what happened right here? We touched this resistance again, then we consolidated around this level a little bit, and then we finally broke it yesterday as well. So what's gonna happen here? This is the 100 daily moving average, and I don't expect us to always break it easily, okay? I mean, I expect us to consolidate normally, and as you guys can see, we are more or less consolidating around this level, around this 8.20 US dollars level. So even if the price goes up, comes down, you guys have to keep in mind that this moving average is not going to give up easily. So there is a possibility that we are going to spend the rest of the week around this level. There is a possibility. So don't be in a hurry. You just have to take your time. Now, my price target for Friday used to be 7.5 US dollars. From the video that I made on Sunday, I told you guys that my price target for Friday is 7.5 US dollars. But unfortunately, we broke it yesterday. We opened above it yesterday. So now I am expecting us to consolidate around this moving average right here, this 100 daily moving average, while these other moving averages catch up a little bit with it, okay? I need to draw the 50. Where is my 50 days? I need to draw my 50 dailies. 50 indicator moving average. I need my 50 daily moving average, guys. I need it. So this is the 50 daily moving average, guys. This moving average right here, it has to catch up with the price as well, in my opinion, okay? This 50 daily moving average needs to catch up with the price. So we need to consolidate a little bit around this level. So if you are wondering when to add to your position of Bionano Genomics, guys, I mean, this is more or less me telling you when to add to your position. I expect us to consolidate around this level towards the end of the week. But if we keep going higher tomorrow, then it has to be due to maybe a new press release from Bionano Genomics. But technical speaking, and what we have so far, I expect us to consolidate around this level towards, perhaps till Friday or so, while these moving averages, catch up with the price, because I don't want the price to be further than the 50 daily moving average. I want the price in this 15 daily moving average, to be more or less closer to each other, because if the price, for example, just go parabolic, guys, it's not gonna be good. That's why I wasn't encouraging WSB, turning BNGO into a meme stock, okay? I don't want BNGO to become a meme stock, because if BNGO becomes a meme stock, we are going to see a massive parabolic rally like we saw right here. And what's going to happen? A lot of bag orders are right here, guys. We are going to see a lot of retail investors that have no idea what they are doing. They will FOMO into the stock, load up their ship, and what's going to happen? The stock is going to correct, and then what's going to happen? They are going to keep closing in losses. They are not going to have stomach to, they won't have enough, liver to stomach the drawdown. That's why I don't like massive parabolic rally. I just want the stock to, stay cool, stay calm, and rise steadily. I want us to be setting a higher high, a higher low, higher high, higher low. So whenever we have a higher low, it means from higher high, it means there is a correction, then we have a higher low, then you can add to your position, and then we can have another higher high, then if you want to take profit, you can take some profit. Then we can have another higher low. Then you can add to your position. That is how to invest safely, without headache, if you want to sleep well at night. So now, not to waste your time on the daily candlestick, let's quickly take a look at what is going on. Like I told you guys that we have a lot of sellers around this level. Okay, JP Morgan, for example, we have a lot of sellers around this level. Around this level, these two levels are, this level right here is more or less causing a lot of confusion right now. Okay, I'm gonna remove this. Let me quickly, because I think we have too many. Okay, I'm going to leave that one. So this level right here, let me quickly put the horizontal line around here. This level right here, I told you guys that this shouldn't be easily broken. As you guys can see, we broke it, we came back to retest it, and now what I am waiting for is a green candle, from this level higher. That's what I'm waiting for, because whenever you break a strong resistance, the price has to come back and retest it. And that's what we experienced today. This is a strong resistance, right? This line is a strong resistance. We broke it, and now we came back to retest it. And what do you do? Whenever a price comes back to retest a strong resistance, after turning it into a support, then you can add to your position. So that's how to invest safely in any stock. This is not only about Bionano Genomics, it's about any other stock out there. So now this is our target. Immediately we get out of this zone right here, if we get out of this zone and we get out of this zone, this zone as well, this is where we are going next, guys. So take your time. I mean, you don't have to worry about all this drawdown of minus 1.19%, for example, that we saw today. So you just have to take your time, and if you want to average into this stock, average into it little by little. BNGO can turn 10,000 US dollars into 1 million US dollars. That is the title of this video, right? Of this live stream. The title is, more or less, is it too late to invest in Bionano Genomics? I don't think so. Of course, we have to compare it to Illumina. It took Illumina like 10 years, to turn 10,000 US dollars into a million US dollars. And I believe you cannot put 10,000 into any bank and see it turn into a million US dollars. It is impossible. It's impossible, but it is possible for you to put 10,000, for example, into any stock. Guys, don't forget, this video is for educational purpose. Don't sue me after you put your 10,000 US dollars into a stock, okay? So if you put 10,000 into BNGO, for example, and you can wait 10 years, my price target is 100 US dollars, and 5 years target, of course, 100 US dollars. So if you zoom it a little bit, you guys can see it is just the beginning. It's if you can be patient. If you are not patient, you can easily go to WSB. There are tons of meme stock that are going up crazy with crazy volatility every day, going up like 50%, 100%. There are tons of them in WSB page on Reddit. You can find a lot of stock. GME, for example, to get you started. ACM is another stock. NAKD is another stock. And like I told you guys in today's live stream, I told you guys that they were, planning to pump Virgin Galactic. And guess what happened, guys? Virgin Galactic today went up. Where is it? Where is the SPC? It went up 8.0%. Before the market opened, I told you guys that SPCE is one stock that WSB are planning to pump today. They were planning to pump it today. And is it over? I don't think so. I think Virgin Galactic has a lot of legs to run. When the stock was around 20 US dollars, I was tweeting about it. I think I tweeted like 10 times about it in one single day. That was when they made that test flight that was successful. I told you guys on Twitter that SPC was going to rally massively to the moon. I was buying SPC when it was 14 US dollars. Nobody wanted to put money into this stock. But of course, I am a super BNGO fan, so most of my money is locked into Bionano Genomics. Now, let's continue. So this is what I expect to keep happening, guys. If the price keeps, we have to be seeing green candle, red candle, green candle, red candle, green candle, red candle, then until we get to the all-time high once again, 50.54 US dollars. So I believe that is all I want to share with you guys in this video. Don't forget, if you want to learn more about the Alzheimer's and what the Hannah Mamushka, the board member of Bionano Genomics, Hannah Mamushka, was the article she wrote on LinkedIn. You can easily find her on LinkedIn, Hannah Mamushka. You can find it and read more about, Alzheimer, because Alzheimer is another horrible, horrible disease that affects a lot of our elders. Okay, like memory losses, something like that. And I find it also interesting, and hopefully one day they'll be able to find cure to that horrible disease. So that's all I have to share with you guys in this video. If you have any question, I'm going to try to turn on the let me see if I can turn it on. I'm going to try to turn it on so that you guys can hopefully it's going to work, so that you guys can just a second, guys. Hopefully you guys can comment, and because I want to be able to answer some of your comments. I want to be able to answer some of your comments. So comments. Just a second, guys. Okay, just a second. I want to see if I can be able to turn it on so that you guys can comment. I'm still learning, how to use this on StreamYard. This is more or less, I'm still learning how to use it. Setting. If I cannot find it, I think that is all for today, guys. If I cannot find it, that's going to be all for today. Maybe I'm just gonna come back again online, because I need to talk to you guys. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this broadcast, and I'll try to come back again online so that you guys can we can interact like always and talk about what happened today, and hopefully you guys have some question for me. And if not, so I'm just going to come online and see if you guys have some question, or you want to talk about what's happening today, or talk about any other stocks that you would like me to analyze for you, because I still have some time. I think I still have like 30 minutes left, before because I'm after 8 hours work. So thank you very much, everybody, for checking in. My name is Dayo. This is Frunkla Investment, where we talk about Bionano Genomics stock every day from Sunday to Sunday. I post at least one video. Bionanians to the moon. Thank you, everybody. Thanks, Zach. Thanks for joining the channel. It's very good to have you on board. Bye bye.